Hello, my name is Robin Mitchell, and today Electropages is here in Nuremberg Embedded World 2024. And today I'm joined by Martin from Avnet Silica. So thank you ever so much for having us here today.
Pleasure.
Fantastic. Here. Now, this is our second shoot because I was so nervous about someone walking past that camera. Do not want someone hitting that and falling over. Anyway, my first question to you for our audience is, could you just tell us a bit about yourself, what you do here at Avnet Silica, and what we're going to be looking at today?
Of course. So my name is Martin Grossen from Avnet Silica. And as you know, Avnet Silica is a hardware distributor, but I'm here for the software integration, industrial software integration. I'm the leading director at the moment for this embedded software and cloud. What we have here today is a solution that we're selling, and Avnet Silica's hardware distribution needs to take care about solution sales with software integration as well. This is exactly what is shown here. We have a lot of hardware, of course. We have the board. It's an AMD-based board on the Ryzen R2000. It's from Contron. We have a lot of our hardware stuff. We have the InnoDisk, the SSD. We have the intelligent memory RAM, of course, the CPU from AMD. On top installed is a Microsoft IoT operating system, the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise, LTSC. So everything ruggedized. This, in fact, is a gaming platform. You have 4K channels that you have here, and with 15 watts of usage power consumption is very, very good, of course. Can even run it without active fan.
15 watts?
15 watts.
Blimey, 15?
It's very, very low. Of course, you can also really run it without cooling. If
it's just there. Yeah, I tell you what, I love how small it is.
Yeah,
it's really dinky. I know, it's beautiful.
The standard form factor is mini IPX, so that's cool. Exactly. That's also what we're really selling. We sell the boards, we sell the components. That's Avnet Silica base business. But now, of course, the software integration. We talk about cloud. We talk about massive data. We talk about AI, generative AI. And this is all about this demo here now that we've shown here. We take a picture of somebody that comes to our booth with our camera on top. This looks like this. And then we ask this person, okay, in what do you want to be transformed? And this nice lady, of course, tried to say, okay, she wants to be, you see here the text, transformed into a female Formula 1 driver from Ferrari, and in style of photoreal. So we give this AI rendering engine then the context in what to render this still image to. Now let's have a look in what she's transforming to. So this is now what we generate out of one picture. Now we generate the video, and a 4-second video, of course. The customer will get the video on a memory stick for social media and so on.
So I'd just like to put this into context. All of that is happening on this.
Not really, because it's video, generative AI on video. We need a database with all possible videos.
I see, yeah.
You cannot have this.
No.
That's no. So only the rendering part, we have an AI rendering down here, but the whole storage is of course out.
No, but that's what I mean. Like the actual generating part is on this.
No, it's on the cloud at the moment.
And so,
but it can be, yes. And for smaller models, it can be here local, but here this video is not.
I think the point I'm trying to get across is that that's 15 watts. And you're able to do generative image AI on 15 watts.
You can do this, yes. We have an AI rendering engine here on AMD. When you use that, of course, it's limited. It's not, you cannot do generative video AI. But other stuff for generative AI,
it's still massively impressive.
Yeah, it is. And this is, by the way, this is exactly what will happen in the near future. You will see a lot of edge devices in the field that have local AI models running and very low power. You need to have that. You need to be mobile. In automotive, you need to have
absolutely, because I mean,
that's exactly the point.
We all know how powerful AI is, but it's no good if it requires thousands of watts on huge GPUs stuck in a cloud server somewhere. It's absolutely useless. So what you're trying to do here is bringing that AI into the local part of a project. And it still shocked me. It's 15 watts. And I mean, to the touch, that's like to the touch. It's, I don't know, lukewarm at the most. You know, it's not the band lukewarm. It's absolutely fine. So it's really amazing to see something in that form factor with that kind of power consumption doing. Obviously not this, because this requires, like I say, massive databases to look up.
Yeah.
But the actual generative part itself could run on that platform.
Absolutely.
So you could have server racks with this kind of hardware, which would also help to reduce that server's power consumption anyway. So I think this is a really lovely demonstration to show where exactly AI is heading. Now, could you give me some examples of where you might want to put this kind of solution into?
Good. This one, of course, now only a tractor to have this video for our audience, of course. But there's a lot of opportunities at the moment in the field. We got nearly every day from industrial customers the need to have LLMs, large language models, locally on a device on the edge. This, of course, is a platform that exactly supports that. But here, where you use that is, it's so mind-blowing what you can do with
now,
it.
it's interesting you say industrial, because I'm trying, because obviously, you mentioned large language models and industrial. Now, the only way I could try and think, as an engineer, I'm trying to come up with ways that you could use that. So, could you, for example, say something like, well, if you have an industrial process, you describe what the process is, as opposed to trying to hard code every single possibility?
One, I think, an important point is the interaction with the system, usability, user interface. Now we come with the language.
So you can ask me questions about the situation.
And the problem is, in you have a lot of languages, a lot of dialects, and here you have to use an AI engine to understand, to speak with the user in a very human way, in a natural way. And now there you need to have these LLMs locally on the device. Because on some outside devices, like for example the ticket system, you do not have a massive internet connection to do cloud stuff. You need to have it. If you see it mobile, you see it in cars. Mercedes already introduced that they will use LLMs in cars in the future. So
I just thought I can actually think of a potential application for that. So what I can envision is a piece of machinery. It's like a large piece of machinery, and instead of throwing error codes, you could have the operator ask it questions, and it has like a local RAG server. It can look up its own database for the information about its operating manuals, and it can report, oh, error code means this. You might have an issue here, so you may want to consider fixing that. And it kind of makes sense to the person what they've got to do.
That's one of the questions that just came in yesterday, by the way, one of the big OEMs. They say we are producing massive laser cutting machines. The problem is we do not have a lot of persons that are really trained on the systems. So why somebody can, with no training, can ask the question of the machine?
What's wrong? You know,
all the data from all the manuals inside stored, and with LLM you can use
that, find the answer, and produce the result.
You don't need an expert anymore.
No,
You'll save a lot of money with that. It's all exactly.
That's fantastic. So, again, with the car, isn't it? It's kind of like if the engine light comes on. That's not useful at all. If you said to the car, why is the engine light on? Because we detected a problem here. That means this could be the issue. So you may want to consider talking to these people to get this part. And so suddenly, like you say, you eliminate the expert and it allows normal people to actually understand what's going on with what they've purchased.
In the car, when the orange light comes up with the motor sign on, then you have a problem. But what problem?
Exactly.
Do you know it?
What problem?
What problem? Car. What is the problem now? So this is exactly the question that you will ask them.
And that kind of thing could also give people confidence when it comes to using mechanics, because obviously one fear that a lot of people have is if the engine light comes on, they take it to a garage, and the person goes, ooh, that's a problem, we need to fix this and that, and the person doesn't even know what they're talking about. If the car said, actually, you have got a problem with this particular issue, if they take it to a garage, they know that that's the only thing they need to fix. So it kind of gives people a bit more power when getting their parts repaired or getting their things serviced. So I think that's a really interesting
usability, user interfaces. That's not only cars, of course, in a lot of complex machineries. This is one of the key segments that we have seen such an integration.
Fantastic. So I've got another question about this. So this is currently available for people to use right now.
Yeah.
Now, I think what I was going to ask was, when it comes to using this kind of thing, what's the biggest challenge that you've seen that people face? Biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge. So hardware is available.
Yeah.
We have also the LLMs, and also these systems are available.
Yeah.
I think the the biggest problem is now to put everything together.
And it becomes quite a complicated project.
To define the exact data you need for your model, to compile the model. And you see this, now we talk about software, not hardware. Hardware is ready, okay, but how to use it? This is exactly the solution approach that we are driving. This is the biggest problem. That's exactly what we address at Avnet Silica, to drive the solution.
Which is about to say, because in our previous video, we actually talked about how Avnet Silica is actually trying to get involved with customer projects so that you guys can sort of provide the software stacks and hardware so that you don't need to worry about that. So the biggest challenge that engineers face ends up being completely eliminated because Avnet Silica is not only providing the hardware, but also the software for that solution.
The whole solution. Exactly.
That's absolutely fantastic. So I think a great thing that our viewers like to see is an actual demonstration. So I think I should get onto the camera, and then we'll come up with a phrase, but I actually am not too sure what I want it to do.
Think about what, and then just take the picture, and then think about in what we should transform you.
Got it.
Okay, good. Let's do this.
Got it.
So,
I'm going to do this.
Okay, good. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, okay.
Right. Now I'm going to challenge it a bit. So I think I know what I want to do.
So start with transform into.
Transform into, and then we'll be like be a spaceman or something. So into spaceman. Right.
Then of course the style is please put the photo the cinematic.
Okay, fair enough.
Give it some.
I see. Okay, great.
Perfect. Video settings.
Yeah.
Then like a 4 seconds one.
4 seconds. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then zoom in, zoom out.
Zoom in's fine. I think that's fine. I think
Okay, good.
Right.
No zoom. No,
that's all good.
Okay, then go down.
Here we go. Here goes what happens. Oh god. Oh my god, that's frightening.
So what's?
Oh, that is frightening. That's pretty frightening me. That's interesting. I like this result. I like this one. Yeah, this is quite cool. Yeah.
What's that? Okay, we'll see.
It's it, isn't it? Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, let's choose this one and let's create the video.
Oh, he's going to do a video. Oh, nice.
Now we get a 4-second video.
Oh, brilliant.
First, this will take now 2 minutes.
That's all right. We'll see what happens then. Look at that. That is so cool.
So let's make it full screen.
Look at that.
Okay, it's a little bit younger, isn't it? You see how also the background is transformed.
It's brilliant, yeah.
Camera.
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's really cool.
So that's the way.
Now it's interesting how that gets adjusted. Brilliant.
So you will get it on USB stick.
Fantastic. Right. So before we wrap up this episode, just got one more question for you, please. For the viewers who are watching this video, if they want to get involved with Avnet Silica Solutions and the hardware you can present today, what would you recommend that they do?
Contact us over the website. We have channels, social media channels. We have the website, avnetsilica.com. So contact us. More than happy to get the feedback.
Fantastic. Well, thank you ever so much for having us today. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you.